Okay, hi all. My name is William White. I am currently a Masters, but mid-Masters Starcraft 2 player on the North American server. I play Protoss. Currently, I can actually put into about 4 to 6 hours a day now that my senior year's officially over. I'm 18 years old, so I just graduated high school going into my freshman year, starting August 27th at Clearing University, looking to be a teacher in English. So a little bit of my interest is that I went to States for track and field. I like basketball, like watching a lot of basketball, listening to music, hanging out with friends, the normal jazz. But I just really love Starcraft, and that's definitely become one of my big things over the last year since I started playing back in May 2011. I had no prior RTS experience, and I just thought Starcraft 2 looked like a cool game. So I started to teach myself, watch VODs, replays, etc., try to become a good player. What have I achieved in StarCraft 2 so far, in tournament wins, etc.? Really not much, unfortunately. I've won a few of the Beyond Gaming Daily Cups when they hosted them, and for the Beyond Gaming Invitational, before they shut that down, I was one of the 16 qualified players who made it through. There were a few other Grandmasters players that made it in there, so I felt real happy about myself and that accomplishment that I managed to get in the Invitational before they kind of shut down the tournament for lack of inactivity. And other than that, I've made a few, up to round 3s, one round 4, and play him daily. So those are just so ridiculously hard, and I definitely need a lot more training before I can really go deep in tournaments such as that. What do I think I would bring to the academy that sets myself apart from other players? I believe I'm actually really analytical as a player in general, and I really like to dig deep, especially in the Protoss, any type of Protoss matchup, and a little bit of Zerg, since I try to learn how to play Zerg a little bit. And I really like to understand the matchup as best I can, try to find out weaknesses and points at certain timings and such to become a better player. And so I think I'd really dig deep and try to help other teammates, because not only do I want to make myself a better player, but I want to make my teammates around me just as good of players as myself, so that way all of our skills can just continuously rise until we all finally hit our skill ceiling. So if they're getting better, then obviously I'm going to get better. I don't want to be at the point where my teammates are kind of at a standstill, and so am I. So I just want to constantly improve the team. Do I think I'd benefit from the academy atmosphere? If so, why? Absolutely. I've never been on a StarCraft 2 team. Anytime I've ever tried it, it's kind of fell through, so I've never had actual practice partners. Like I said earlier, I kind of learned the game myself. I had a few coaching sessions from FireZerg, Sam Prowse, who's actually in the Complexity Academy now. So he's been sort of like a mentor, and he's always kind of encouraged me to get better and such. So that's always been really helpful. He's one of the few people who really tried to get me in to be masters, mentoring and coaching wise. So it was really important when I actually broke in there, and I felt like I could actually get better at this game and play at a high level. So that'd probably be the biggest thing, is that I actually have teammates to practice with. I could actually work on stuff and not just kind of ladder by myself or do random custom games on Daybreak off the Blizzard system. Do I stream my games? No. I kind of play on a crappy laptop right now. I'm hoping to fix that in the near future. And the reason for this is that after about 90 food, or about 10 minutes in the game, my laptop gets a little message that goes, Payson is slowing down the game. So the game immediately drops to 10 FPS, and it's absolutely ridiculous. I don't think I've ever actually played a game, even past 5 minutes, where the FPS was above 25. So I actually I thought I was pretty happy with myself just to get to Masters with the kind of equipment I have to play on currently. So that'd be a big thing, is if once I get a new computer, I could actually probably play more on a higher level, and I think I could react to a lot of stuff a lot faster. What would my goals for the academy be if I were selected? Aside from just improving overall, which I think would be the biggest thing for myself personally, because as a mid-masters player right now, I would really like to get top 8 in my division, and I think that would be really beneficial from the academy if my teammates were helping me out constantly and I could actually improve overall, especially in the Protoss vs Terran matchup, which I consider my weakest one. I would then say that for the in-house tournaments, to go to an MLG, I would really like to win one of those, so I could actually go out and get to experience that live tournament environment and such, and I think that'd just be absolutely awesome. And I at the same time get to represent Team Complexity, which would be amazing that I get to represent a team as well as be flown out and get to play. And lastly, give us a short summary on why we should pick you. I'm 18, I've never had an opportunity like this, and it'd be really awesome, and I'd be absolutely grateful for something like this. I'm an extremely unknown player, I've never had a team, so getting into a new environment like this, I'd go at it 110% every single day with, a great attitude, trying to think that, today I'm going to improve on this or something. rather than just, alright, I'm just going to ladder today, I guess. But if I was in the academy, I'd actually have a really solid mindset, thinking that, you know, I'm in here. That means I'm basically an amateur still, but I'd like to get on that pro level someday. And that's going to be my goal. So that's going to wrap it up, and I hope you enjoyed this little video application, Mr. Shane, and I hope you pick me for the Complexity Academy.